Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Gentle Yoga and Wellness. Each week, I post 3 new yoga videos, so please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Today, I have a gentle yoga toning class. We'll start in a seated warm-up, and then we'll work on some strength, balance, and flexibility. All right, let's get started. You can sit cross-legged, just like I'm sitting right now. If you have a towel or blanket, you can fold it up and place it right underneath your hips. You want to sit on the edge of your blanket, and that'll help to elevate your hips and it'll help you to sit up tall. If your knees are coming up here, if you're having tightness in your inner thighs and hips, you're welcome to grab some yoga blocks. Place your yoga blocks on the lowest setting, and then put them right underneath your legs for a little bit of support. Okay, once you're situated in your seated position, I want you to lift your chest and gently roll your shoulders back. Sit up tall. Lengthen through the crown of your head. On your next inhale, begin to slowly lift your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, lower your hands back down to the earth. We'll do that again. Take a deep breath in and lift your arms up. As you exhale, slowly begin to lower your arms down towards your mat. Let's continue this movement with our breath. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Nice job. Take a deep breath in. Fill up your lungs with oxygen. And then exhale, let it go. We'll do that one more time. Deep breath in, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, slowly lower your arms back down towards the earth. Good. From here, take your hands on top of your shoulders. You're just bringing your fingertips to your shoulders. We're going to make a circular pattern with our elbow. So it looks like this. Let's start with the right arm and start to draw a circle moving backwards with your right arm. Pause here, and then we'll switch to the left. Start to draw a circle all the way around with your left elbow. Great. Let's do that again. Come to your right elbow. Draw a circle all the way around. And then come to your left side. Start to move the elbow forward, up, and back, making a circle all the way around. We'll do that one more time each side. Draw a circle with your right elbow. We're just starting to warm up the shoulders here. Now come to your left elbow and draw a big circle all the way around. Nice job. You can take your hands down to your thighs. And let's do a few shoulder shrugs here. So begin to take your shoulders up, back, and down. We'll do that again. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Just continue this movement, moving your shoulders in a circular motion. As we start to warm up through the upper body. Good, let's do that a couple more times. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. And then once more, take your shoulders up, back, and down. Great job. Relax your shoulders down. Sit up tall. From here, take your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Take your right hand behind you for support. We'll come to a seated spinal twist. So first, lift through your chest and lengthen through the crown of your head. Once you're sitting up tall, slowly begin to rotate to your right. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Pause here for a moment in this seated spinal twist. Just focus here on your breath. Good. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, unwind. We'll come to the opposite side now. So begin to take your right hand this time on the outside of your left thigh. Take your left hand behind you for support. Sit up tall, lengthen through the crown of your head, lift your chest, and then slowly begin to rotate, this time to your left. So you can take your gaze towards the left as you rotate in your seated spinal twist. Just continue to breathe here. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly unwind and return to center. If you're using blocks underneath your legs, you can grab your blocks and go ahead and place those off to the side. If you're using a blanket, you can take your blanket and you can use it to pad your knees as we come up to tabletop position. So you can just take your knees on that blanket for a little bit of extra padding underneath the knees, especially if you're on hardwood floors. Sometimes that can be a little bit hard on the knees. In tabletop position, you want to make sure that your knees are stacked right under your hips. And then take a moment, make sure your wrists are stacked under your shoulders. Spread your fingertips out wide and take your gaze in front of you. We'll do a few cat-cows here to warm up through the spine. On your next inhale, begin to lift your chest and take your gaze slightly up. As you exhale, round through the back and take your gaze inward. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift the chest, take the gaze up. And then slowly begin to round the back as you exhale. Let's continue that movement here. Inhale, come to cow pose. Exhale, round the back for cat pose. Good. Continue to flow with your breath. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release. We'll do that twice more. Deep breath in. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, push the floor away from you. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. And then exhale, release for cat pose. Good job. You can come back up to tabletop position. You can just return to a neutral spine here. And then from here, we're going to work on a little bit of core strength and balance. So we'll come into bird dog or spinal balance pose. So it looks like this. We'll start by lifting our right hand off the mat. Reach your right arm in front of you. Once your arm is in position, you can push through the heel of your left foot and straighten your left leg. So you're coming up onto your opposite arm and opposite leg. You're welcome to stay right here in this pose, or if you'd like a little more challenge, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, bring elbow to knee. We'll do that again. Inhale, extend your arm and your leg. And then exhale, contract elbow to knee. 2 more times. Deep breath in, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale and reach. And exhale, contract. Nice job. You can come back to tabletop position. So just come back to all fours. From here, we'll gently sway our hips from side to side. Gently sway your upper body and start to move your head. And just find a little bit of organic movement in your tabletop position. Great job. Go ahead and curl your toes underneath behind you and sit back onto your heels. We're coming into a toe squat. For toe squat, you want to roll your shoulder blades back and then lift your chest. Good. You should feel the stretch through your feet and then all the way up your legs. I feel it a lot in my feet. This is a fascia stretch. So fascia helps to hold our muscles together. But it's really good to stretch your fascia so that you can become more flexible throughout your body. All right, let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll come back down to tabletop position. From here, we're going to rise to high plank. So I'm going to show you a couple options for high plank. Level 1, you can be on your knees. So you can just cross your legs and then take your hips down a little bit. Keep your arms straight. You should feel some engagement through your core and your abdominals. So that's level 1. For level 2, you'll curl your toes under and then lift your hips off of the mat. This one is a little bit more challenging. You'll feel some engagement in your core and abdominals. Think about gently pushing your head back like you're pushing into a headboard. That'll help to get your spine in nice alignment. Good, take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, come down to your knees. I'm just gonna set my blanket off to the side here. And we'll come into child's pose. So for child's pose, you'll want to take your knees wide out to the sides of your mat. Reach your fingertips to the top of the mat and relax your forehead down to the earth. If your forehead is not coming all the way down to the earth, you're welcome to use a block on the lowest setting, and then just take your forehead onto the block. Slowly begin to rise. If you're using a block, go ahead and set it off to the side. We're gonna do a few push-ups here. So you can come onto your knees. If you'd like that blanket underneath your knees, you're welcome to use it. Cross your legs and then take your arms in front of you. It's kind of like that modified plank pose that I showed you earlier. We'll do 10 push-ups and then we'll take a little break and then we'll do 10 more. So take your gaze down to the earth. You can take your hands about as wide as your mat. And you want your hands about underneath your shoulders. So you might need to move your arms a little bit until you find a position that's comfortable for your body. And then once you're ready, go ahead and bend your elbows and lower your chest down to the mat. Good. We'll do that again. That's 10. We'll come to 9. And we'll just move nice and slow here. 8, 7. You got it. We're on number 6. 5 more. Good. Number 4. 3 more. Last 2. Great job. 1 more right here. Good. You can come up to tabletop position. So come onto your hands and your knees. From here, we're just gently going to sway our hips from side to side. Just take a moment to find some organic movement here. And sway your hips. Gently move your upper body from side to side. You might be starting to feel a little bit warm in your body as we work on strength. We're getting that energy, that prana moving through our body today. All right, are you ready for 10 more push-ups? Let's get in position. You can pause here. Just like we did before, go ahead and bend your knees. You can cross your ankles. And then come to straight arms. Take your hands about as wide as your mat. Take your gaze down to the mat. And then once you're ready, we'll do 10 push-ups. So we'll start with 10, 9, 8, 7. You got it. 6 more right here. 5 push-ups to go. You're doing great. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more. You can do it. Last one. Nice job. Let's come back up to tabletop position. So come back to all fours. And we'll do a few cat-cows here. So make sure you have a good support under your body with your hands and your knees. Take your gaze in front of you. And then on your next inhale, start to lift your chest. Take your gaze up. As you exhale, round your back, take your gaze in. Inhale, rise to cow pose. Exhale, release to cat pose. Inhale for cow. And then exhale, come to cat. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale for cat. Deep breath in, lift the chest. And then exhale, round the back. Great job. Come back to a neutral spine. We're going to come into that spinal balance pose or bird dog on the opposite side. So when you're ready, lift your left hand this time in front of you. Push through the heel of your right foot. So opposite arm, opposite leg. You're welcome to stay right here in this balance pose, or to add some more challenge, take an inhale. As you exhale, contract elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale and reach. Exhale, contract elbow to knee. Exhale and lengthen. Exhale, contract. Good. Let's come back to tabletop position. Curl your toes under and sit back on your hips. Come back to toe squat. Lift your chest, gently roll your shoulder blades back and sit up tall. Let's just find our breath here for a moment. You can breathe. Just notice how your breath is feeling in your body today. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, uncurl your toes. Take your knees out wide. We'll come back to child's pose. You're using that block. You can place a block underneath your forehead. Reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat and relax your forehead to the earth. ready, slowly begin to rise. Place your block off to your side if you're using one. And then come to face the long end of your mat. We'll start by sitting cross-legged. Again, if you have any tightness in your interthighs and in your hips, you're welcome to use the blocks on the lowest setting to support your legs. From this cross-legged position, we're going to take the soles of our feet together. So bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out wide. So with blocks, you're just supporting underneath your legs. If you're not using blocks, I'll show you that as well. So in this position, you're just going to allow your knees to fall down as low as it's comfortable for your body. Remember, you never want to feel any pain or discomfort. We're just gently stretching to please respect and listen to your body. All right, I'll show you a couple options for your hands in this pose. This is butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. So you're welcome to keep your hands on your feet. Another option is to take your hands behind you with your fingertips facing towards the back of your mat. You can lift through your chest, and this will deepen the stretch a little bit. Good, let's just find our breath here for a moment. Think about sending your breath to your interthighs and hips. And think about releasing and relaxing the hips. Good job. Let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, take your hands on the outside of your legs, gently pull your legs in towards midline. From here, we're going to extend our legs long out in front of us. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Sit up tall, and then take your hands, reach down towards the soles of your feet. So you're reaching your fingertips underneath your feet. We're going to come into seated forward fold. So once you have your hands underneath your feet with your knees bent, slowly, one at a time, start to straighten your legs. And it's really important to listen to your body here. If you're feeling any pain, any discomfort, especially in the low back, then I want you to ease up. Go ahead and bend your knees. So start to straighten your legs until you feel a gentle stretch. Just a gentle stretch. Once you feel a stretch, and you can start to relax your gaze and take your gaze down to the earth. Good. Slowly start to bend your knees. You can rise and come up to a seated position. From here, go ahead and take your legs to the side. So we're coming back facing the short end of our mat. We're going to do boat pose. So this is another abdominal or core exercise. And I'll show you a few different levels for boat pose. You'll want to keep your knees bent. For the first level, take your hands behind you with the fingertips facing towards your feet. Bend your elbows, lift your chest, and just pause here. So you're starting to engage your abdominals. And this is level 1. You're welcome to stay right here. For level 2, you'll keep your hands where they are, but you'll lift your feet off of the mat. So you can feel your abdominals really start to engage in this pose. You're welcome to stay right here, or for more challenge, reach your hands in front of you. Remember to stay lifted in the chest. Good, just breathe here for a moment. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, lower your hands and your feet. Great job. From here, take your hands in front of you, slowly lower down until you're lying on your mat. So just take your time, come down nice and slow. And then once you're in a lying position, you can hug both of your knees into your chest. Gently begin to rock from side to side and give yourself a little bit of a back massage. Good job on this practice today. There were some challenging poses. You did a great job. We're just starting to unwind and release. Once you feel complete, you can release your hands from your legs. Extend your legs out long, so point through your toes. And then reach your hands overhead. Come into a full body stretch. So you're reaching through your fingertips, reaching through your feet. Think about lengthening and expanding through your entire spine. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, you can relax your arms and legs. Slowly start to rock onto one side and use your hand to push yourself up. Come to a seated position. And take your hands to prayer center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.